All right, so we're back at it for another day here. We got a semi in the shop here with, you can see we kind of soaked it in oil yesterday. Turns out you can't run this thing with the valve cover off and the Jake brake box off. So there must be some oil that flows up into this thing. And turns out when you start it, this thing, it creates like a 8-foot tall fountain coming out of the top of the engine. So we did that yesterday. This is the truck we're having issues with. Number 6 does not really want to fire once it warms up. So we had a guy show up yesterday. He told us that there's no signal coming back from the injector. So he dropped this little thing off here. It's a pass-through connector. It goes through the valve cover box, and it goes, you connect one side of your wire right here, and it bolts in with an O-ring, seals it here, and then there's a connector on this side. So basically what the issue is we're not sure if the connector is bad or not, but if it's not the connector, there's something wrong with the injector itself. So we figured it'd be better to replace the $20 part than the $700 part. So we're gonna try the process of elimination here, see what it is. Hopefully it's not an injector. Hopefully this fixes it. Nobody likes to buy injectors. Nobody likes to buy the expensive stuff. I mean, unless you're building something cool, but you know, she's a workhorse. We're not building anything cool out of her. So I think what the plan is to pull this out here and then unbolt it and then reach down in there and see if I can get the injector unplugged and get it done. That's what the plan is, I think. Hopefully it works out the way I just said. Otherwise, I really don't want to pull that box apart and do it that way. See, this truck has got a mist to it. Get up there on that like 1500. Like the seat shaking. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that or not, but everything's got a little shake to it. It's because there's a cylinder that is not firing. Everything's just got a nice little vibration, so I don't think it's quite right. Still, it's better than what it was. Don't get me wrong, a lot better than what it was. This thing barely ran, honestly. So I don't know what we're gonna do about it. I think right now what I'll do is go and start the dryer and get that going. We got 500-600 bushel of corn in the wet bin, and it's gonna be a week or two before we probably run corn again, so might as well get that taken care of and out of the bin. All right, so basically what we figured out with that injector was the rubber gasket that keeps the oil out of the plug and all the pins in that connector was wore out, and the locking tab was broken, so oil was getting into where the electrical connection part is, and pretty much wasn't letting it register what was going on. And that's what we think is why that injector wasn't firing, because we put a new plug on it and it fixed the issue. So all right, so I had to do a little fixing on the moisture tester here. The other day I dropped it and it broke the clip that holds the battery in. So, you know, take some electrical tape and just tape her up. That's how it's done right there. So anyways, I'm gonna head over and get the dryer started and get that done. Alright, so over here at the dryer, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's pretty windy over here. Basically what I'm gonna do is start it up, let the dryer fill up. So all I gotta do to do that is shut off the fan, the burner, and the unload. And I gotta crank the metering rolls way back because of it. And then I think all I gotta do is hit start and make sure the doors are shut on the bottom. Now loading, going up that auger there into the top of the dryer. In here, start to fill this one. Wow, pretty loud. Alright, so basically what that thing does is when it's loading itself for the first time, it's got to fill each column individually. It's got 4 columns on it. One that runs down each side, big heat chamber in the middle. So the fan pushes air in and it then pushes the heat out through the corn. So what we're doing right now is we got to load it to 150-ish bushel. So it's got to then heat that corn, and then we can start getting it to actually meter out and figure out where our moisture needs to be. Alright, now it's starting to fill this column here. You can see the dust starting to come out of it, starting to get loud again. Bin here will be the bin we go into. It's our 10,000 bushel bin, bigger of the 2 that are here. This is a 10,000. This is a 7,000. Not the biggest storage, doesn't hold everything of the barn, but better than nothing. So. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little orange lever right up there. So when that kicks up, that means the dryer's full. So that'll shut off the load and cross auger across the top. So now what we're gonna do is kick the fan on. I'm not gonna turn the unload on yet because we gotta get this corn heated up. In a second here, the burner will kick on, you'll hear it. So basically what I got going on right now is I'm just loading it all right back into the wet bin right here. And that is because the corn's still at 30% and we don't want to put that in the bin. So right now I just got it on a continuous loop until we start getting it heated up and dried down. And so now it's just a waiting game until that point. So yeah, now I'm just gonna sit here and wait for it to heat up and start making some steam. Alright, so I got the corn down to that 15-16% coming out of the dryer. So right now I did switch it. We're dumping in the big bin. I'll show you that here. Man, it's too loud. You can see, kind of. Sounds like a loud rain shower in there. Alright, so we got all that corn dried, and right now what Mark and I are trying to do is get the seed wheat loaded up into our gravity wagon with the auger on it so we can put it in the drill. But when you don't have your big skid steer here with the fork, so you can just pick it up, you gotta kind of improvise a little bit here. You gotta take a chain, Yeah, Mark's got it. He's got it. You just gotta loop it through all the straps so you can pick it up and put it over the side.
Something slipping. I don't see anything really moving, so.
Down here?
Well, like it's tightening up, but other than that, no. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go plant some wheat now that we got it filled up and topped off. Gripe was gonna stay up and run the loader and move green beans, and I'll just stay down here and plant wheat. He was originally gonna come plant the wheat, but I think it'll just work out better this way. I just want some stuff to drink. Yeah, not quite time. Let's get some wheat planted. It's getting late in the year for us. We like to try to get it in the last week of September is best, but it's just not working out that way this year for the fact of we were putting green bean stuff on this field. That's what we do before we do all of our wheat fields. It just seems to produce a good yielding crop, so we were doing that, and it just didn't work out to do it, so hoping I can fit through there. All right, we're gonna do a quick little check here to see how much grain we got left, or seed we got left. Oh yeah, we're doing good. I can see in my little window up here that it was down, so figured I'd just check. We got quite a bit left. All right, back to planting. All girls still working. All right, so that's gonna be it for the day. I got steak to go cook, so I'm calling it quits early. Got about 2/3 of the field done, but steak, you know, who would work when you can eat steak? So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.